shockwavesound.com. Preview.
All right, we're back in the studio again. You know, a couple of little technical difficulties, but we have them worked out. We now know what needs to be done, so we're going to go right back into our stories here on Tech Pulse. We were talking about the ASUS transformer, the convertible transformer that transforms from an Ultrabook into a tablet and back again. This thing was supposed to come out last year, but was plagued with numerous delays, trying to get parts and stuff like that. ASUS wasn't able to come out with this thing, and many people just label this thing as vaporware, something that just would never be seen by anyone, kind of like Bigfoot. But now ASUS finally has come out and they priced this thing at $1,500, has a Core i7 processor, 3rd generation, not that 2nd generation or 1st generation, you know, Core i7 that was on the shelf and they didn't know what to do with it. No, 3rd generation Core i7, 13.3-inch screen with a resolution of 1080p, full high def, and it also comes, the screen is detachable, comes with that detachable keyboard dock, housing both a spare battery, you know, because the keyboard dock has a battery in it as well to add to the battery life that's in the screen or the tablet portion of it. So you get that spare battery for long usage, 500 gigabytes of hard drive on a tablet. You talking, that's serious right there. Then now it has a price of $1,500. That really is what people might shy people away from this device. And now
being ripped apart. I heard the price. I just felt ejected.
You just felt ejected with that price. Well, but with all of that firepower under the hood, and we're going to show you it right here, with all of that firepower under the hood, you have a detachable keyboard, and the keyboard has all the various USB 3.0, SD card reader, HDMI slots. Yeah, it has all the various slots in it. This is why that thing is $1,500, because it comes with all the various ports, but you know, and it's quite productive. Now, it doesn't have the optical drive, obviously. Ultrabooks and tablets don't have optical drive, so you might be missing a little something there. But for $1,500 to have a top-of-the-line Core i7, you show me a tablet out there with a Core i7. You have quad-core.
It has USB, right?
USB into the keyboard. So
I'm
you...
good without the optical drive.
You show me because there are quad-core, don't get me wrong, there are quad-core tablets out there, but Core i7 is not just quad-core. Core i7 has that hyper-threading technology built in as well as turbo boost, so when your computer needs that extra speed, you see, what the turbo boost does is when your computer gets to a processing point that it needs a little extra speed, the turbo boost automatically kicks in and overclocks that baby. Yeah, overclocks that baby so it can get over that graphical hump or whatever it is. If you just have a quad-core processor without turbo boost, you might get to a point, and that's why some things, depending on what you're running it still could run choppy or it still can run slow. The beauty of the Intel 3rd generation Core i7 processor is not only that it has hyper-threading, which gives it virtual 8 cores. We talked about that already, the virtual and actual. Virtual 8 cores, making 4 cores work like 8 cores. Quad cores don't do that. Regular quad cores just have 4 cores working like 4 cores. That's it. The hyper-threading allows those cores to do double the work.
What's hyper-threading?
Hyper-threading is Intel's technology that allows each core of a processor to get how do you put it, to work more efficiently. So it gives it about 70% better efficiency in each core. So each core works not 100%. That's why I say like 2. Each core now works with that technology that Intel came out with, hyper-threading. It makes each core work more efficiently like it's using 2 cores. So each core does the work of 2 because of how the technology allows information to be processed through it. Because how it allows the cores to process information, it works as if it's 2 cores. So now you have 4 cores, which works like 8. Each core has 70% more efficiency, more calculations per second. It's able to do that with 70% more efficiency than a traditional core. So those tablets out there that are quad core, they're just standard quad core processors working as 1 core. With Intel's hyper-threading technology, they take that 1 core, and with the technology, it helps the processor sorry. It helps the processor to work efficiently or more efficiently as if it were 2 cores. So you have that built into the 3rd generation Core i7. Well, that was built into the 1st generation Core i7, but it's more refined now. And you also have Turbo Boost, which overclocks, and most of the Intel Core i7 run at anywhere from 2.0 to 2.7 gigahertz. And it can be overclocked up to 3.5 gigahertz. So this is what makes that processor so special, and that's what the Asus Transformer has in it. The Core i7 3rd generation also comes with 500 gigabytes of hard drive. No tablet has that. Tablets have 64. Maybe you might get 128 in like Apple's the iPad that Apple came out with. The iPad 4, the newest version, has that 128 gigabyte hard drive, but that's it. This has a 500 gigabyte hard drive. The docking, the keyboard itself has a battery in it, and the screen or the tablet portion has a battery in it. So when you hook up the two, you're not using both batteries all at once, but you can use it in tandem, or you can use it as a second spare battery to give you that extra longevity when you're using this thing off of the grid. In addition to that, the 1080p screen, full high definition, definitely works well with this Ultrabook. So if you're looking for a good production Ultrabook, you're looking for something that's going to really push forward your usage, and something that you can use on the go, and you can use as a tablet, or you can have it docked for $1,500. Yes, I know that seems steep, but this thing is well worth it. It has all the ports, everything that you're going to need to be productive. I'm telling you, this is the tablet that you need. If you're not going to get that gaming notebook from MSI, you're not going to get that gaming notebook that definitely is high level. Your next bet, next under that, and that gaming notebook was the highest price of that was $1,400. It goes from $1,300 to $1,400 depending on which one you get, the GXS70 or the GSX60. Depending on which one you get, you're going to get that $1,300 to $1,400. This one here is $1,500, but because of the reasons that we mentioned. Now the processor is still top notch in the gaming laptops. It's more efficient than Intel's 3rd generation Core i7, yes, but it doesn't have a detachable keyboard. You see, it doesn't have a detachable keyboard. You can't detach it and just use it as a tablet. The screen isn't touch. So these are other things that this has that doesn't have. So for $100 more, you can get definitely a good, excellent laptop at your disposal with a detachable screen. There's that baby right there, detachable screen. Nice gloss finish right here. You can look at that and see nice gloss finish. So if you're in the market for a new type of laptop, this one was said to, nobody know if this thing was going to come out. Well, it came out. The Asus Transformer notebook right there, Ultrabook, detachable. There's the Asus's first detachable Ultrabook. So if you want something that is ahead of the curve, that's it right there. Either that or the other laptop that we mentioned going on here in Tech Pulse. Now we're on to our next story, in which Pandora, for those of you that use Pandora, Pandora Premier